All right, some big news coming in. A migrant worker hailing from Arunachal Pradesh was allegedly lynched to death by a group of people in Ernakulam. The police have arrested 10 people in connection with this case. He was allegedly tied to a pole, beaten to death by a mob. In fact, the deceased has been identified as Ashok Das, who was working as a chef at a local restaurant in Ernakulam. Very tragic news coming in, where you see the man on your screens there. He hails from Arunachal Pradesh, a migrant worker who was working in Kerala at a restaurant as a chef. Was allegedly lynched by a group of people in Ernakulam, Kerala. The police have arrested so far 10 of them in connection with this case. He was allegedly beaten, tied to a pole and killed. The mob literally has killed him, is the reports that surfaced. But of course, we're waiting for a police statement on the case. The deceased has been identified as Ashok Das, who was working as a chef at a local restaurant in Ernakulam. In fact, the mob lynching horror that's now surfaced in Kerala, the boy there you see is a young chef who hailed from Arunachal Pradesh. Again, no clarity on what's really happened, on what was the reason to why the mob chased after this man, but killing the man, tying him to a pole, lynching him to death. Here you have 10 people who've been arrested by the police. So far, we're awaiting a police statement. In fact, the police say, visuals coming in from Ernakulam itself. This has happened in Ernakulam's Muvattupur, or rather it's called Muvattupurza. That's the tongue twister of a name. There in Kerala, in Ernakulam, an area called Muvattupura has now come to the spotlight with this boy from Arunachal Pradesh. His name and details yet to be identified, but his death has been reported owing to a mob lynching episode where the mob have tied him on a pole and killed him. Now, what was the reason for this attack is something that we've got to wait for a police statement.